Good morning, Mets fans, and welcome to a Tuesday edition of Driving with Mr. Met. I am Mr. Met, and it's been a week since I've recorded a video, I think. It's been a long weekend, and I honestly do not recall whether I recorded a video on Friday or not. So, in my mind, it's been a week, but maybe it's been sooner. I really don't remember. What I do remember, however, is that the Mets have continued to have outstanding starting pitching, and in the last two starts in particular, both Jacob deGrom last night in a victory over the Dodgers, and the day before on Sunday, Noah Syndergaard with a complete game effort on Sunday to take the series over the Giants. Mets starting pitching continues to excel, and it's giving me all the feels going into 2019. You know, that being said, having this positive feeling surrounding the pitching staff going into next season, where have I heard this story before? Oh, that's right. The last three seasons, going into the last three seasons with the Mets, we've always sort of been looking at this pitching staff as the absolute strength and the core of this team and whatnot. And for various reasons, there have been a ton of pitfalls in the pitching staff's success. And you know, since 2015, really, we hadn't seen, I should say, all four guys really contributing regularly. And you know, now in 2018. We're basically replacing Matt Harvey's spot in the 2015 rotation with Zach Wheeler. And frankly, I think Zach Wheeler is pitching as well now as Harvey did in 2015 at any point during the season. And the Steven Matz of 2018, at least the guy that we've seen for the last month or so, looks to be in much better shape than the Steven Matz of 2015. Jacob deGrom is the best pitcher in the world. He last night tied a Major League Baseball record with 25 consecutive starts of 3 runs allowed or fewer. That is an unbelievable number that Jake just accomplished or tied last night, and he'll look to surpass that record and claim it for his own when he faces the Phillies next weekend, or this coming weekend, I should say. But the bottom line here, when I forgot about Syndergaard, what am I talking about? Noah Syndergaard on Sunday pitched his best game of the season, hands down. I mean, not even close. He looked so good. And the best part about it was that he was pitching, he wasn't throwing, he wasn't trying to overpower everybody, he looked like he was being smart about it, and it looked to me like he, in the middle innings, 5th inning, 4th inning, 5th inning, 6th inning, a switch flipped, and he figured it out. It was like, okay, I remember this now. This is how it used to be. And he was easily hitting 99 miles per hour in the 9th inning. I loved the fact that Mickey Callaway ran him back out there for the 9th. I think we're seeing more about the way Mickey wants this pitching staff to behave and to operate. Over the last month, we're seeing more good signs than bad by a long shot. And Mickey's had his warts for the season, but I think with the pitching staff, he's done a phenomenal job. And you know, the last 2 weeks or so, I've been really nervous, like vocally nervous about Syndergaard. Just sort of like, what is happening with Noah? He seems to be left behind, and he's being surpassed by, I mean, deGrom, forget it. deGrom is otherworldly, but it looked like Syndergaard was being surpassed by Wheeler, and even to certainly a lesser extent by Matz. And the bottom line there was, we hadn't seen a dominant Syndergaard start since like April, if at all this year, until this past Sunday, when Noah was Noah Syndergaard, Thor, the man on the mound. Did he have a tall task with an offense against him? No. Let's be honest. The Giants' offense is pretty putrid. But still, Noah has to be happy about the fact that he pitched a complete game and pitched extremely well. I'll also comment really briefly. I want to also comment really briefly about Amed Rosario. Since we are looking toward 2019, and I've been positive about pitching, I'm also very positive about Rosario and the way that he's played effectively over the last month or so. Maybe a little bit longer. In fact, you could probably stretch it back to the beginning of the second half, right after the All-Star break. Rosario has been like a different player since the All-Star break. He's more aggressive on the bases. He's stealing more. He seems to be making better contact at the plate. I really like some of his first inning at-bats where he's attacking the first pitch. Generally, you try to have that leadoff hitter not go on in attack mode and have him see some pitches and take some pitches and let the 2 and 3 hitters behind him see what the pitcher's got, the starting pitcher's got. But if Rosario is going to be able to slash base hits on grooved fastballs, as first pitch of the game type grooved fastballs, well, hell, do it. Get on base. Because Keith Hernandez said it on Sunday, and I completely agree. Keith made the comment about Rosario and McNeil in the 1 and 2 spots in the order, and what a nice combo those two seem to make. Because if Rosario can keep getting on base routinely, and he does need to improve the on-base percentage, there's no question about it. But with McNeil hitting behind him, and with Rosario the threat to steal that he is and that he's becoming, that's going to give McNeil more fastballs. He'll have a steady diet of fastballs because you're not going to want, opposing pitchers are not going to want Rosario to be able to run on the breaking ball or the off-speed pitch. So this 1-2 combination that we're seeing glimpses of at the end of this season is really a positive sign for me going into next year. Another positive sign for me going into next year. I really like what Rosario's been doing in the second half. I hope he continues to do it. I hope that he continues to be aggressive on the bases and steals a lot of bases in the month of September. I want to see him be aggressive. I want to see him learn on the job because that's the best way to do it. The bottom line with... That's the third time I've said the bottom line today. I don't know what that's about, but I'll say it again. The bottom line with Rosario, let's not lose the aggressive edge. I want him to be aggressive, but I want him to at the same time learn the strike zone and learn how to take pitches and swing at and hit his pitches as opposed to swinging at and hitting at anything. Tonight the Mets continue their series with the Dodgers, and it'll be a late one. It's a 10:10 start. I think it's the only late start, the only 10 o'clock start of this series. Yesterday was sort of odd. It was a 5:10 local start, which is weird, I guess, for Labor Day. But, whatever. Tonight, 10:10. So good luck to all of you who probably, like me, are going to stay up for the game. If I'm able to do so, I'll be back tomorrow no matter what. But I will recap the game tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be able to have stayed awake for the entirety of the game. So until then, I thank you for watching. I appreciate it. You follow me on Twitter at Mr_Met. And as always, let's go Mets.